Everything is being set up and put in order in Pittsburgh for us to have a great time. If you don't know, we'll be going to Pittsburgh. We're going to visit Carnegie Mellon University. Great school. They're one of the leaders in AI in this country. We're not staying in a Motel 6. We're not staying in a Days Inn. We're staying in a very nice hotel. So we want everybody to have a good time. We got a lot planned. We want you to get rest. It's a long day, that first day. We'll walk the campus. You'll meet with admissions. You'll meet with financial aid. Everybody should be thinking about going to college. I wish everybody in here would go to college. There's no room. There's no room that you don't have the right to be in. But you gotta believe in yourself. You gotta work hard. You gotta make sure that you're not just striving to make a C. All of you should be straight A students, but all of you have the potential to become lawyers, judges, doctors, business owners. Keep striving, keep learning, keep trying to do your best, because all of you have a great deal of potential if you would just use it.
My people, it's time to move out, show them what we do now. They say that work seems so hard to follow. I am not a role model, only a teacher. Teach them when the school's out. Fly away, fly away, fly away with me.
So this year, from June 5th through June 7th, we went to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We visited Carnegie Mellon University. We had a great trip. We went to Carnegie Mellon because they're one of the leaders in AI in the country. AI is the future. I want our young men to be empowered and understand AI as best they can from a weekend trip. We met with admissions, we met with financial aid. I wanted them to sit in those rooms and have the kind of understanding about what college entails, what the process is for getting in. It was a beautiful trip. The campus is vast and wide. Downtown Pittsburgh, as we went to the Schatz Dining Hall, where they got to sit down and get the feel for, if I'm a student, this is what it's like eating on campus. Saw where the athletic teams play. And they even got to see some of the rooms where students actually stay. They allowed us to come into their rooms and see what dorm life was like and where they put their clothes at.
Fly away.
So young people, from my perspective, are always hungry. After they've eaten, they're still hungry. So we want to make sure that they're well fed. We had snacks on the bus. Each evening we went to Golden Corral, where they put us in a separate room. We choose Golden Corral in this instance because they're choices. You never want to go to a restaurant and you've got 5 or 6 choices. You got 35 young men, and somebody or more than one somebody doesn't like what's on the menu. So when we go to a buffet style place, everybody can find something they want to eat, and they have a good time. They eat as much as they want. We don't want anybody to get sick, so we monitor it. But they eat 2 or 3 plates of food, then they have dessert, and then we prepare to go back to the hotel. So each time we take a trip, on the Friday we get together. You don't want to let too much time go by, but we want to capture what engaged them. What did they not find interesting? Show of hands, did you enjoy today? And 5 or 6 raise their hands and talk about what they got out of the trip. And oh, by the way, they have to do a 1-page report each time we take a trip to show that they were paying attention, they got something out of it. Blank is the mascot.
Scotty.
Scotty. And what is Scotty?
A dog.
What breed is it?
Scottish Terrier.
Scotty is
Scottish Terrier.
Scottish Terrier is correct. I'm looking for the name of the band. Starts with a K. Say it again. Very good. Guilty. And that evening, they have an opportunity to go to the gym, to go to the pool, or to just relax in their room.
Careful not to get too close, I might just go.
So most of the young people went to the pool. They cannot get in the pool until Mr. Miles gets there. Mr. Miles certified in CPR, and I just don't want anybody near water until I'm there and can lay eyes on them. Day 2 this year, we met up with our tour guide. Terry Baltimore was her name, and she grew up in the community and knew all the facets, from the rivers to side streets to community centers to museums. And we went different places. The bus would pull over and she would get out and talk about the historical perspective of Pittsburgh. The neighborhoods, the downtown district, the neighborhoods surrounding downtown is known as the Hill District.
When you are in the Hill, you are home. So some people will greet you and say to you, welcome home to the Hill. Because as Black people, we have a lot of similar experiences in our communities, and we want to share with you some things that may be familiar to you and some things that are unique to our neighborhood.
There are 34 ethnic groups that lived in the lower hill at one point.
The building on the right is where the Pittsburgh Penguins play. Look at all those parking lots. Parking lots all the way around. And you want to know what? Before those parking lots existed, 8,000 people lived in that part of the neighborhood that was called the Lower Hill. And the city was looking for a way to stop white people from moving out of the city. So their plan was to take this over and build a civic center there and make this Pittsburgh's cultural district. So, you want to know what happened to the 8,000 people who lived there? They were moved. They called it urban renewal. Some people called it Negro removal. So all those people got moved.
I was very happy with her level of information. I was happy to see the neighborhoods. Many of their neighborhoods look like our neighborhoods. They haven't gotten the funding that they should have gotten to make things better, to make improvements, to have newer housing.
So this right here is the L.C.H. Hillman Auditorium. This building was for social services as well as an artistic place for the community.
The important thing was to have people from the neighborhood see quality experiences and performers in their own community. So despite the fact that we probably could have made a lot of money moving the venues to downtown, we stuck to making sure that folks saw people of that caliber in the Hill.
If you don't understand your history, you can't understand where you're going. And so these tours help young people to think about what happened before them, how people sacrificed, what people did to make a way, and gives them opportunities to think about ways that they can begin to pick up the mantle of history and carry it forward.
We visited the Community Engagement Center that is a part of the University of Pittsburgh. We also went to a new University of Pittsburgh community house, if you will. We had a presentation. They do a lot of good things there. They have STEM programs. I thought that was very interesting.
So, how many of you guys have heard about Steve?
Every hand should go.
I know you guys heard about Steve from your teachers, your parents. So the Steve, does anybody know what the acronym stands for? Yes. Science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. So we do programming that covers every single letter of that acronym. This summer we have a rowing program happening, we have a coding program happening, and lots of other things. And then we have STEAM Saturdays, which happens every fall and spring here at the Community Engagement Center.
There was something called the Freedom House Ambulance Service, and we met the first African American female paramedic. Her name was Miss Darnell Wilson. She talked with the group about her position as a paramedic.
It was back in the time when Dr. Martin Luther King got killed. This city was in turmoil.
That was 68?
Yeah, 68.
and everything was on fire. There was smoke everywhere. They had the National Guard in here, and you know the black men, they had to work through that. You know what I mean? Like a lot of them will tell you that even when they got in the ambulance, they took flashlights with them so that when they went into the neighborhoods, because sometimes, you know, if the hearse weren't working or whatever, they would send them a police van or whatever, and they would shine lights on their faces. So, hey, we're the paramedics, we're not the police. Don't shoot us or tear up anything. And, you know, that's how, you know, we got around back then.
We went to the YMCA, which is a regular YMCA, but the people were very accommodating.
I don't care what happens. Don't you let go. I don't care what you face. Keep going anyway.
Right.
If you have a dream, breathe life into it. And about those grades in school, baby, don't play. You like math, you like science, you like history, you like art, you like world history, whatever. Put both your arms around it and hold it tight. Because one day that same energy will hold you. I say it because I'm living it. I'm 71. My retirement date is the same as my death date. I'm here for it. And I want you all to know that you're never too young to teach. And you're never too old to learn. So I want somebody to teach me something today. I want to learn. I want to learn from you. I want you to drop a pearl on me.
Okay, you said you wanted a pearl. Stand up. Stand up. Give her a pearl. Tell her the mission statement of the program. Louder.
To be honest, to be respectful, to model positive behavior at all times to all people. Repeat after me. To be honest.
To be honest.
To be respectful.
To be respectful.
To model positive behavior.
To model positive behavior.
At all times to all people.
At all times to all people. I promise I will do that. I will do that.
The Y ended up hosting us, and they ate lunch at the Y. There was a gentleman who came in and did some drumming.
Okay, you got it. Very good.
We saw a lot of community people who looked like a lot of the community people we see in Baltimore City. We met a local musician named Kenny Blake. He has CDs out, and he just met us before we went into the YMCA and came out. Next thing you know, he reached down in the bag, pulled his horn out, and played some songs for the mentoring program. But each person had a different perspective of growing up in Pittsburgh, and I helped the young men. I think it helped them to see that many of the experiences that they heard about were similar to their families' experiences in Baltimore City.
About August Wilson, about how proud we are as Pittsburghers to have him write about our town, our city, especially this little microcosm called the Hill District. He's put us on the worldwide map, and it's awesome, and we love him for it, and he's given me a career. Now, this is the play area in which we performed the plays. We went out. Now, my character, I played this character named Headley, and he was kind of crazy. That's where the cray-cray, part of Headley come in. But that's what makes a character fun.
All right, look to your left and your right. You got football to your left, baseball to your right.
And then finally on Saturday we toured the Moonshot Museum, which is a part of Astrobotic. Astrobotic is the company.
They are a private aerospace company, and they specialize in making lunar lasers. So you guys are actually going to be able to see them building one of those today. And it is set to go to the South Pole of the Moon by the end of this year. So you guys are going to be just a couple feet away from something that will hopefully land on the South Pole of the Moon very, very soon.
One of them could be an astronaut one day, but if they had not been there, they wouldn't realize how possible it is. So I thought we learned a great deal. I thought that we had a great trip. We didn't have any major behavior incidents. Of course, you always have to give out push-ups when young people are not listening, but the purpose is to teach discipline. But all in all, we had a great trip. I want to thank Ms. Powell and all the staff that came along and attended. The driver got us up safe and got us back safe. So, we had a great trip.